Hey everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're doing day 2 of the November 5 Days of Foundation. And yesterday we did a Flower Beauty foundation. Today we are doing another Flower Beauty foundation. This is their newest foundation, at least as far as I think is the case. This only came out just a couple of months ago. This is the Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel All Day Wear Broad Spectrum SPF 18 sunscreen in the shade Porcelain L1. That's a lot of words. I don't know. I think it's just called the Light Illusion Foundation. Before I get started, I'm going to let you know what I have on my skin. I have the Pixie Milky Mist sprayed all over my face. I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas as my primer, and then on my under eyes I have the First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Triple Remedy just on my under eyes to color correct a little bit there, depuff, that sort of thing. So we are working with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation today. I do have it on my website. There are not a lot of shades. In fact, I think there's 9 shades. They're all right there. Not a very broad range at all. But I'm going to go ahead and read to you what this says. This says, new from Flower, Light Illusion is a breakthrough foundation that achieves the impossible. Provides you with medium to buildable coverage to smooth and perfect while imparting your skin with the most flattering soft luminosity imaginable. All with a weightless nude skin feel. Imperfections and uneven skin tone are diminished. Only a flawless, smooth, and incredibly natural complexion is revealed. It says its lightweight and breathable formula blends effortlessly, matches seamlessly, and wears endlessly. It's a lot of Lees. Broad spectrum SPF 18. All right, I did pick this up at Ulta. You can also buy it on the Flower Beauty website, which is what I'm reading from right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually apply this with my beauty blender today. My Flower Beauty sponge is still dirty from yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch it. But I am going to use my beauty blender on the left side of my face and this brush here from Sonia Kashuk. This is the flat top foundation. This is the flat top foundation brush. I'm going to use this on the right side of my face. So let's go ahead and I'm going to squirt some of this on to the back of my hand. It's a very shallow pump, so even though I pumped out 3 pumps there, it's very shallow. And it's not super thick, but I'm afraid that it's going to be too dark for me. And this is the lightest shade. This is the L1 Porcelain shade. It's very peachy, actually. It might not be too bad. It's just very peachy. All right, I'm going to use my brush and put my right side of my face on, and I'll be right back in a second. All right, so this is definitely dark for me. You can see there on my neck that it's definitely dark, and it does oxidize on my skin at least. Just a little bit, not too much, but here, I'll show you. I'm going to use my beauty blender, get a little bit of this, and well, that's probably not the best test. Let me get a little bit more. I'll show you that when it first gets on my skin, it is definitely lighter, and then it does darken up a little bit. So you can see there the difference between this side and this side. And it darkens up pretty quickly, so the good thing is it's not too dark. I've definitely had foundations that darken a lot quicker and a lot darker than this one is doing. All right, this is definitely, absolutely a luminous foundation, and it is absolutely a different formula to the one I used yesterday. This is a lot more luminous than I normally look. I did end up using 6 pumps of this foundation across my face. I'm sorry, 7 pumps across my face. I actually had to use a little bit less on the sponge side than I did on the brush side. So that's interesting. I would say that the finish is pretty much the same on both sides. I don't feel like it's different, really much different on either side. Even going down my nose, I don't feel it's much different between the two sides. So I think that is good. I am running into some problems though, that once I get it looking okay on my face, if I go back in again, it starts to take the foundation off. So I need to stay away from my nose. Okay, I'm liking the finish so far. It's a little bit more dewy than I normally go for, and it's a little bit more orange than I normally like to go for as well. It definitely has a peachy undertone to it. So, there's that. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's definitely a luminous finish. It's definitely a luminous finish. I would definitely agree that it's a medium to a little bit higher coverage as well. I mean, it covered up my blemishes here on my chin with no problem whatsoever with just one coat of the foundation. So that actually worked really well. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's definitely transferring on my hands. What I'm going to do is I actually picked up the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. I'm going to go ahead and powder my face with this powder to see how it works. I mean, I'm assuming it's supposed to be together. They're both the Light Illusion line from Flower Beauty. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and powder my face, get the rest of my makeup on, and I will be back in just a moment. It is right now 10:04. So I will be right back. All right, everybody, the time is now 10:26, yes. So it took me about 20 minutes, a little over 20 minutes to get my makeup done. But my makeup was really on by about, my face makeup was on about 10 after. We'll go ahead and call 10:15 the check-in time, just so that I have a nice round number to shoot from. 10:15, so check-ins will be about 2:15 and about 6:15 tonight. Yeah. Let's talk about what else is on my face. I have the Butter London Double Decker Lashes on my lashes. On my face, I have the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer on my lids. I did put the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Perfecting Powder all over my face, which definitely brought the luminosity down, but not like gone, if that makes sense. And then on my face, I'm actually using all Flower Beauty products here. This is the Lift and Sculpt Contouring Palette. I did pick this up at Walmart. It's got those 3 shades. That's what's on my cheeks. And then on my lids, I used a combination of the 2 shadow palettes that I have from Flower Beauty. These are the Shimmer and Shade eyeshadow palettes that I picked up at Walmart. Let's see. This one is Warm Natural. And then this one here is Cool Natural. And I just used a couple of shades from each of them. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I know I just did the eye look, but I honestly don't remember which shadows I put where. Because I was just doing a bunch of different stuff. And then on my lips, I have the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in 32. I forget what this is called, but it's like a super, super nude. And it actually made my lips disappear. So I went over it with this Dose of Colors gloss in Messy Bun, just to bring a little bit of pinkness, a little bit of color back to my lips, because this made them look exactly like my skin tone. So there was that. And then I did spray the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray all over my face, and that is everything. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in, and we can talk about this foundation. All right. So overall, I think about, 20 minutes in or so, I think it's looking pretty good. Looking down here in my mirror, I don't feel like it's getting too deep into any in particular areas on my skin. I can never tell how well the camera is going to pick up my chin, but it is starting to crease just a little bit. Starting to look a little bit powdery. Other than that, I think it looks pretty good on my forehead, except for like this one spot right here. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm going to actually hit that with my Beauty Blender just to try to smooth that out, because it looks like I either missed it with the brush or somehow my powder kind of took some of the foundation away. I'm not sure. All right. But I think it's looking pretty good on my forehead, on my nose, on my cheeks. My only concern area is my chin. Like I said, it is starting to crack a little bit already. But it's not the end of the world. I think if you're not like super close to my chin, I don't think you can really tell. Yeah, other than that, I think it's looking actually really good. So that's where we're at right now, 20 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and get back to doing some work that I was working on, and I will see you all in about 3.5, 4 hours. All right, see you then. All right, everybody, it is the middle of the day. The time is now 2:25, so I'm just about 10 minutes late to be right in the middle of the day. But let's talk about this foundation. I'm not really happy right now. So here's my forehead, cheeks, chin, cheeks, nose. It has oxidized, even more so than it was earlier today. So I'm looking a little orange. If you see my natural skin tone, I'm looking a little orange. But if we're not looking at that, and we're just looking at the finish, this has gotten into my lines. Like if you look at my line on my forehead, it is settling in there, which I'm not super happy about. It is in my nose creases. My chin's not too bad, but it's definitely making my skin look older, at least to me. So like when I smile, it's making my skin crease. Well, my skin's creasing, but it's definitely sitting in like those lines and stuff. And that's where I look when I feel like I'm looking a little bit older. Yeah, I'm not liking this all that much right now. On my under eyes, it's definitely settling into all my lines. Although I have seen in some other videos and stuff that you're not supposed to put your foundation underneath your eyes. You're supposed to try to keep it away from your under eyes, but especially when I don't wear concealer. Today I do have concealer on, but when I don't wear concealer, I have to put it under my under eyes, you know, and I often don't wear concealer. So one last look, midday. Like I said, that's really bothering me right in here where it's really in my line on my forehead and then around my nose. But just looking at me straight ahead, it's not too bad. So there's some good and bad here. As long as you're not too close, I think it's okay, but not fantastic. So, all right, I will see you all in about 4 hours. All right, everybody, it is the end of the evening. It is 7:21. So I've actually worn this an extra hour. I've had it on for 9 hours. Honestly, it's not horrible. So a lot of foundations by this point, I'm getting very itchy. I'm getting very oily and very uncomfortable. This one is not so much that. I am shiny. This is a illuminating foundation, so I am a little bit shiny. It's also very humid here this evening. It was raining on and off, and it's just been really humid and warm. Yes, we get super warm days still in October in central Pennsylvania. Not every day, but we do. So, but it's been just kind of sticky here this evening. We did go out. Nick needed a haircut. We went and got his haircut. And yeah, so overall, you know, we've just, I've been in the house most of the day. But I did go out tonight, ran to Target, took Nicholas to get his haircut. And now we're home. And I'm going to say that this does not look any worse than it did at midday. I think at midday was probably about where I'm at now. I mean, my forehead, it's still in my line. I don't know if this camera will pick it up quite well enough, but it is still in the line. I mean, it didn't come out of the line. The sides of my nose look actually a little bit better than they did midday. I think that's just because the oils came in and the foundation's faded a little bit. I feel the chin looks okay. So even after wearing this 9 hours, I am, like I said, a little bit shiny, but overall, it's not horrible. It's definitely not the worst foundation I've ever worn. Could it be better? Absolutely, it could be better. Could it be worse? Absolutely, it could be worse. What's weird though is just comparing it to yesterday's foundation, this one, the Flower EE foundation versus the Flower Light Illusion. I would tell you that this one actually I think I liked better on my skin. But that's just my first impression. Is this bad? No, not at all. Not at all. So, anyhow, that's my first impression of the Flower Light Illusion foundation. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. Would I wear it again? Yeah, I'd wear it again. I'd wear it again, especially if I was going somewhere that I wanted to look more illuminated. I would consider mixing it with maybe something that would brighten it a little bit, because like I said, it did, you can see here on my neck, it did definitely turn me a little orange. So I could definitely have a little bit lighter of a foundation in this shade. I think this is the lightest shade though. So it's not an exact shade match. Is it workable on my skin? Yeah, it's workable on my skin. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit that red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, please leave those in the comment section down below as well. I do try to respond to every single comment that I do receive. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!